what's going on, guys? Dale Valor here with another MVD exclusive video. So listen, a lot of times we go through life and we have plans and objectives and things that we want to do. And then we have a life-changing event. Now that life-changing event could be something that you planned for. It could be something like joining the military. Or it could be you got locked up and you're going to prison. You know what I mean? Which you didn't plan for. But thing is, at the end of the day, there's going to be things that are going to, basically either throw a monkey wrench in your plans, or it's something that you plan for, and that's awesome if it is, right? So the thing is, when you have a life-changing event, your life can be turned upside down, and there could be circumstances that you didn't prepare for and that you really didn't think about. And so what I wanted to do was, because, look, man, this isn't just strictly dating, although we are going to talk about some dating things in this video. What we want to do is we want to be able to give you tools and knowledge that you can use in every area of your life, whether it's health, wealth, and relationships. So listen, especially if you're a veteran, or you're a guy that's planning on going into the military, or you are personally right now in the military, and especially if you're new at it. This is a video that you're really going to want to take to heart and really use the knowledge that we're talking about in this video, okay? So we're going to hop into it right now. Let's get it. Number one, where do you see it going? Man, look, is this circumstance good or bad? Again, look, it could be something worthwhile and something worth doing, like maybe going to college. Like I said before, maybe joining the military. Or it could be something that isn't good, look, maybe, and it's an unfortunate circumstance, but hey, look, maybe you, maybe you got paralyzed. That's a life-changing circumstance, right? Or maybe you lost a job and you don't know what's going to happen. And obviously those are bad things. Where do you really see it going? Try to take the emotion out of it as much as you can. And I get it. That's going to be really, really, really tough because look, having that level of emotion being spiked because of, hey, there's uncertainty, there's all kinds of things going on, a lot of moving parts, and you don't know what's going to happen next. To the best of your ability, try to logically think it out. Because you know what? Here's the deal, man. Unless it's a death sentence, you can overcome or adapt to whatever is going to happen. You can handle it. At the end of the day, man, it's not a death sentence unless this life-changing circumstances is a death sentence, in which case, well, I don't really have much advice for you there. But the thing is, man, look, these are things that can be overcome. Take your emotion out of it and try to really evaluate it and try to decipher where this is going, and which is going to lead me into the second point. All right, we're going to get into it now. Number two, prepare if possible. Okay, sometimes you can't because, a life-changing circumstance could be you just got hit by lightning or you just got ran over by a bus and you didn't prepare for that because nobody saw that coming. But, like in some of these instances, like we'll use joining the military for an example, okay? Modern Valor Dating, we're big advocates of the military. We're very pro-military, and we try to look out for guys that are serving or have served and try to give and offer as much dating advice, because I know you guys have a unique set of struggles, man. And so we want to be there for you, and we want to be your dating resource, okay, and how to navigate the dating landscape. And so what I'm driving at, though, is this. Say you're going to sign up for the military. How are you going to prepare for it? Or are you just going to sleep on it, and then the day that, you have to ship out to boot camp, it's just a big slap in the face for you. How are you going to prepare? I think one of the best things that you can do, obviously, is get into the best physical shape that you can possibly get into. We're always advocating health, wealth, and relationships and how those three things intermingle. And, your health, obviously, but that's kind of common sense, right? Like, well, I'm going to boot camp, I should probably get in shape, got to lose 20 pounds or whatever. I mean, that's the obvious one. But the not so obvious one is the mental things. Have you been away from home before? How are you going to deal with that? There's so many things that we don't think about on the mental level that I think is vitally necessary, man, because look, this life-changing thing is coming. How are you going to adapt to it mentally? I think one of the best ways that you can really start learning to adapt to it and really start planning for it is journaling. Start journaling out your thoughts and your feelings and your concerns. Because look, man, you might be able to, once you see on paper the things that you're kind of worried about, that concern you somewhat, hey, maybe you could talk to some people who have been through it. Hey, man, how did you deal with this? How did this work when you did this? And now you have a frame of reference, because you might have a lot of thoughts swirling around in your head, but now they're a little more categorized. All right, we're going to get number 3. Let's go. Just wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. Why? Because look, the information here is essential for you to get out here and start leveling up your dating life, leveling up your professional life, and leveling up your life in general, man. So look, subscribe to the channel, share it with somebody that you know needs to see it, and I know that you do. Give us a thumbs up. All that good stuff, man. And also, August 28th, we're going to be doing our live Zoom event that we do every single month on the last Saturday of the month. And this one's going to be about, now that things are opening up, you can get back out a little bit, start meeting some new people. How are you going to do that when you've been locked in a cage for the last 16 months or however long, right? So look, that's what we're going to cover, is shaking off the rust. All right, so that's the deal, man. We're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number 3, remain true to yourself. Look, I see this very often when somebody has a life-changing circumstance. What happens is they get inside of it and they lose themselves in it. A good example of that would be, now I get it, it's a movie, okay? I totally understand that. But I watched a movie not too long ago called Shot Caller, okay? Where a guy was an investment banker, I believe, or some kind of Wall Street type of cat. He was drunk driving, ends up killing a couple of people, and he gets sent to prison. What ends up happening is, he wasn't even supposed to be there that long, but in that time, they saw that he could handle himself a little bit. He ends up linking up with a gang, and then he becomes institutionalized, and now he has lost who he was. By the time that he gets out of prison, he is not even remotely close to the same person he was going in. So I think it's really important to hold on to your values, to hold on to who you are. Don't get lost in the mix. Be strong enough to be able to stand up for yourself and to be able to stand up for what it is that you believe in and what you think and feel and your worldview and all those things, man. I think it's really important. But listen, in the comments, we like to chop it up with you guys. We like to have discussion and conversation, all that kind of thing. So what I'd like you to do is, what's a life-changing event that you've had in your life, and how did that turn out? What, kind of break down for me your situation and your experience. All right, we're gonna get number 4. Let's go. Number 4, get into a routine. All right, and this is especially true before you start dating anybody or kicking it and things like that. I mean, maybe you get a one-off, maybe a one-night stand or something like that. Okay, fine, whatever. But if you're thinking about getting into a relationship or you want to seriously date or anything like that, man, find your niche. Find your routine. How is this going to start looking day to day to you? Before you start going out and trying to kick it and you're kind of on uneven footing and you don't know what's going to happen. Because look, it's not fair to you emotionally, psychologically, if you start kicking it and you start liking this girl and you don't even really know what's going to happen with you. You need to be secure in who you are, what's going on, how you're handling yourself, what this environment that you're now in looks like. Like if you're going to college, you're a freshman, you get there, and you just don't really know the ropes and the lay of the land and things like that. You don't even know who your roommate's going to be and all that kind of stuff, man. Get all those things squared away first before jumping out there and trying to talk to a gang of girls and start dating and all that kind of stuff. Now, again, the caveat being, look, if you're out there, you're just trying to look for a one-night stand or something like that, it's a little bit different, okay? And we have resources for both of those things here on this channel. So if that's something that, you know, you want to know more about, obviously that information is here for you because we talk about both of those in great detail, okay? But again, if you're going to get into a relationship or you're looking to do that, you want a girlfriend for a monogamous relationship, I think it's wise. Wait a few months, man, or at least a few weeks, you know, to kind of really start finding your groove, man, and your niche, you know? So earlier in the video, we talked about remaining true to yourself. So I believe identity is so important, man. We talk about it here a lot, identity and purpose and all those types of things. And so here's the deal. We did a video a while back on identity and really knowing who you are and what you want. Okay, I think that's the foundation that everything else in your life kind of builds on top of. So if you kind of have a little bit of, you know, a few questions about who you actually are, and you have a little bit of an identity crisis, I think it would be in your best interest to go check out that video, and I'll see you there.